There's like a small sect of gay romance listeners.
Oh no! My light died.
Did you just burp your light off?
I'm so powerful.
So
this
funny.
Is not right.
It's not the same. No.
Welcome to the Book Report.
Welcome to the Book Report. For all of you who have joined us recently as our
Cheers.
our caffeine of the day. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, we are starting a brand new series on the Book Clubbin channel where we are going to discuss and review, at least discuss.
Get into it.
We'll get into it. The books that we're reading outside of book club. We read a lot of other content, I guess is the best way of putting it.
We can't say content. We are reading books.
We are reading literary novels, or in Jessie's case, ancient Mayan text. And we wanted to have an avenue to talk about it because we're selfish and this is our channel and we're going to do with it what we want. So for people who are looking for more, book recommendations, that's sort of the vibe here. We're just going to talk about other things and it's going to be a little bit looser and we're just here to have a good time. So,
looser, as if it could get any looser.
As if it could get any looser. As if we're so structured in everything else that we do that we need a place to just unwind and let our hair down.
We really need to let loose on this one. So this whole thing started because me and JB.
Really trying to make that nickname work, aren't you?
Okay,
just
wait.
keep grinding it.
Joseph.
My
dear friend Joseph. This whole thing started because me and my dear friend Joseph love to read books. And we started posting in our work Slack channel about the books we read. And then I decided it was time to get competitive in the past month or so. So we both always read a lot of books, but I feel like my brain turned back on somewhat recently. And it was time to read 10 books a month. Along with good old Joe. We did it, Joe. We read 10 books this month. So why don't you share your list of books that you read, and then I'll share mine, and then we can talk about our favorites.
Then we can get into it. Okay, so first of all, is there going to be a book that's also going to be on Jessie's list? Because as part of our initiative at our job of us being less lonely, we started a book club at work. And so for that book club, we read My Sister, the Serial Killer, which I am going to admit to something live on camera.
Oh my God, hearing it live. You lied. You're a liar. You literally lied. Oh my God, it's not even a long book. I literally read it in a day.
No, it's not. I got halfway through it and gave up.
You really, honestly, are a good liar.
I read the summary online and then just my way through that meeting.
Wow. Are you reading the books that we're reading on this podcast? Are you actually?
Yes, multiple times. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a good liar.
I have it. I'm a great liar.
You're a really good liar.
That's why I work in sales. Okay, I also read Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman.
I want to read that so bad.
It was really good. We'll talk about it. And then I read Dead of Summer by Ryan LaSala because that is our upcoming book for Gay Panic.
Which looks so good, by the way. Oh my gosh, I'm going to read it too.
It is really good. You should read it. Honestly, that episode comes out on the 7th of June and it was really good.
It looks so good.
Really good. There is something very healing about reading a book with gay characters that don't have sex with each other.
Right. We're just actually existing in the world together.
They
Imagine
just are
that.
gay people.
A storyline where people are just existing.
Yeah, so weird.
So
Although
crazy.
Speaking of books with gay people having sex with each other, so I also am. I have a little bit of brain rot, and that's fine. And
He's
sometimes, I need to not read a bunch of really disturbing books all the time.
Keep it light.
So I've gotten really into Eden Finley's Puck Boy series. Hear me out.
Look, Angel of Hockey, you're on trend.
The first 5 or 6 books of this series are actually a different series. And it's like all these guys in college just being gay and doing stuff to each other's. And then the Puck Boy series is them going into the NHL. And so it's adults, which is more fun.
Their dreams came true in more ways than one.
So I read book 5 of that. So it's like book 11 of the total series. But the audiobooks are 7 hours each. So on a cool 1.25, burn through that in a day.
Right.
Like,
that's one work day.
I'm sitting doing work, answering emails, talking, and also listening to Hockey Smut. I can't be changed. It's just who I am as a person.
And why would you?
And why would I? Yeah. So I only read 4 that in the past month. And
that's why you didn't post it in the Slack chat.
That is why I didn't post it in this. I know.
It was a lie of omission.
It was a slow month, okay? I had read Between Two Fires, and that was a lot to comprehend. And then I got really busy.
Yeah, and I wonder what you were busy with, like starting a whole podcast channel.
This. I got busy with this.
Right. So
I am trying to be better, though. I am currently almost done with the 6th book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. So that's the other thing.
What do you think about that? Because is it like millennial humor?
Yes.
I don't know if I have millennial humor in me right now.
Okay. No, you feeling more Gen X?
Yeah, actually.
I think I am. Do. God, my back feels like I'm a boomer.
But yeah, he got that boomer back. I got that boomer
back. Hold on while I stretch.
There's no amount of stretching that actually helps me at this point.
There's a joke that I really want to make, but I don't know if it's appropriate for the internet. Okay, your turn. What did you read?
Okay, so I read Hyperpolitics, Extreme Politicization Without Political Consequences by Anton Yeager. I read Society of Spectacle by Guy Debord. I read The Book of Enoch, written by Anonymous. I read Letters to Milena by Franz Kafka. I read The Popol Vuh. I do not know if I'm saying that correctly. That's the Mayan literature. I read The Compound by Ailing Rawle. Also don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I read The Shining by Stephen King. I read Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. I read Practices in Apparition by Gabrielle Brow. And I read The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides.
Okay, here's the thing. I did read other books for book club.
Right. Count them.
But I'm not going to count rereads. I'm sorry.
I am. Okay. I'm counting The Silent Patient.
Well, then in that case, I also read The Silent Patient.
Together. And we read the book club book.
Yes.
Which I didn't even mark down. I really didn't like that book.
No, I didn't either. Should we start with that one because we both read it?
Yeah, let's touch on it, but not too long because we didn't like it.
Not too long. I have thoughts, and mainly it was the structure of the book was insane. The chapters were a page or two long. For some reason, my copy was printed on like cardstock paper.
Oh yeah.
So like, I didn't get that satisfying flip action that I really look for. And the main character was one of the least, how do I put this? Her sense of self-preservation was at an all-time low. Like,
it wasn't good.
She kept
the 2 sisters.
She kept
one's
going
a
on
serial
about
killer. The other enables her.
Yes.
It's just like, maybe we just don't enable a killer. Maybe we just don't do that. Maybe we don't do it. Maybe we try something else and call the police.
It was supposed to be like,
we're talking about calling the police.
I know. That's the problem. Is that people just need to call the police. It was supposed to be themes of like protecting family and like honor and stuff like that. But I just really felt like it was a bad book. And I wonder how much of it has to do with the fact that it was written not in English.
No, I don't think that's it. Because I've read translated books and been perfectly fine. I think it was just a novella. And
I think it should have been even shorter.
yeah.
I think it would have been good
either
at
make it
rocking
a
a good,
full book or make it 4
yeah,
pages. Don't make me read 120 pages of
of nothing.
nothing, bro.
Of
Like,
nothing.
yeah, it was not fun. I did it for the club. I
Do
actually
not
read it.
recommend.
I actually
I
read
am
it.
excited for our workbook club this coming month because we're reading Death on the Nile, right?
I'm
And
about 3 pages in.
I don't know if I showed you that this is my Agatha Christie book,
Oh, yes, that's so beautiful.
and it has 5 Death on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express, ABC Murders, Cards on the Table, and 13 at Dinner. And I found it at one of those library book sales that I love.
You love.
Love a library book sale.
Love.
Love. So it was $2.
And there's a note in it.
The inscription is as follows: "To my loving sister/friend Dolly, because life's a mystery. With love, Merry Christmas, 1997, your bro, Orlando."
So cute. Dolly in
So
Orlando,
cute.
shout out. Where are you? Thank you for listening.
Love. They're still alive.
Shout out
30
Dolly in
years ago.
Orlando, longtime listeners.
Shout out Orlando. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one. I haven't read Agatha Christie in probably 20 years. So I'm very excited to break into that.
Yeah, I used to read her like in middle school and like early high school.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've read Death on the Nile. I'm pretty sure.
I have not.
I know I've read Murder on the Orient Express because that was like the big one when we were younger, was Murder on the Orient Express.
She did,
And
and
I'm
then
just
there
really
were
excited to
none,
crack into
right?
it. She did, and then there were none.
I think
because
that's the one
that
I read.
was the one that was titled The Other Thing.
I know. And we will not say that.
No, we will not. No, we will not. We are
But
not
you can Google
allowed.
if you want, but we honestly don't recommend that either.
No.
Don't put
No,
that
no,
in
no,
your
no,
Google
no.
search. Just know it's not good. She got
And
a
if you
little
do,
crazy.
like, don't use your work computer. At least do it on a personal device.
Right. Incognito. Clear the cache. What was she thinking, bro?
Close the windows, turn the lights off, make sure your husband can't see, and then look it up yourself. God.
Crazy.
Ugh.
Crazy.
But yeah, very excited for that. Between Two Fires, which is a medieval... Okay, it was a medieval horror book, but here's my gripe. I feel like we as a community have gotten too fast and loose with the concept of horror.
Yes. Oh my God. I feel like we even need to rein it in. We need to get scarier.
Thank you. Okay. Just because somebody's head gets chopped off doesn't mean it's a horror book.
It could be a romance. Sarah J. Maas.
The book was incredible. Everybody should read it. It came out like 20 years ago or something like that. I don't even remember. But like when it got re-released with this new cover, the red cover with the black skeletons on the front, everyone lost their minds.
Right.
It's
you really
so
can't judge
good.
a book by its cover. It reels you in, baby.
Well, when you're walking through Barnes and Noble and you're like, that's cool. Like, I get it. It's fine. I'm not immune to it. I've shared with Jessie my like book covers.
Gotten me 1,000 times.
And like I always go for that like monochromatic bright color with like a inlay. Like that's just what I love. Because again, when you're walking through a bookstore, like prime example, Riley Sager's only one left.
They're good at that.
The cover is really engaging. Riley Sager does a good job on his covers for that reason. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought that it drags a little bit, but as somebody who's a fan of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I really enjoyed like Joe Abercrombie's The Demons,
I still need
or
to
The
read
Devils,
him.
The Devils.
The Devil.
This like lit RPG format of like the book is really long, but it's incredibly detailed, and the characters are really grounded. I'm okay with reading an 800-page book.
Same. It's almost all I do. I've been like working on getting the page count down a little.
Like I'm okay with it as long as like as long as enough things happen.
Right.
Because I've read books that were 800 pages that could have been 400 pages.
Russian literature, for example. You get 200 pages of like solid stuff, and then you get like 400 pages of like people in parties and some man going into psychosis, and then you get the good stuff again.
Yeah, I like Between Two Fires was really good. I gave it 5 stars because I think it deserved it. I was really impressed by the plot. The plotting of it was done really well. It had quiet moments, which were really nice. And I felt like they had a lot of character development, which again, when you're talking about this sort of lit RPG horror genre, I feel like sometimes the character development sort of takes a backseat to the action.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he really effectively used the quiet moments between characters to really draw out the personal relationship that these people had with each other.
Mm.
And I think that that to me was really interesting because obviously the horror stuff is great, right? We all love watching like people's like bodies getting ripped apart and like being chased by monsters and like resurrected stone sculptures like coming up and like murdering people. It's always fun. But I really feel like he did a great job of the in-between moments,
Mm.
which is rare.
Building the tension.
No, and yes, building the tension, but I think also building the stakes was really like he does that really well because you really do start to care about these characters. And
You're
there
like,
are some
no.
like yeah, there are some like key deaths towards the last third of the book that I remember thinking as I was reading it, like, is he really killing this character off? And like that's what
Mm.
I want to feel, right? Like
Right.
this character dying is going to have a profound impact on not just the plot of the rest of the book, but you also there's so much of this interrelationship character development that happens in the beginning of the book that you like are excited to see how the characters that are still alive how they change because of that death. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that he does a really really good job of making that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I love the books where you like fall in love with the character and then it's like, I actually need some time to mourn as well. I'm going to close it. Take a little
Yeah,
time for myself.
it's always when it's the comedic relief. When the comedic relief character dies, I'm like,
Fun's
okay, well, she's
over.
gonna get serious. Yeah.
Fun's over.
Okay, your turn. What do you want to talk about?
Okay. So we did talk a little bit about The Shining because we both
Oh, yeah,
were
let's
reading it,
talk
but
about
you
The
didn't
Shining.
finish it, did you?
Not yet.
Yeah, you're still in the midst of The Shining.
I'll let you kick this off.
So I like love the movie. Obviously have seen
Mm-hmm.
the movie many times.
Yes.
And so I was like, you know what? When you said you were reading it, I was like, okay, I'm doing it too. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like give in to this Stephen King moment and see how it turns
Yeah.
out because it's hit or miss with that guy. And I felt like it was very bizarre when
Mm-hmm.
the point of view went to that of the child. Because you're
Mm-hmm.
hearing, because I was doing a little bit of audiobook action,
Yeah, same.
confession,
Yeah.
and you hear a grown man in your ear, like,
Say the word daddy.
daddy, daddy, daddy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
not loving it. But I did think that his interaction with the other guy that shines, I can't remember his name right now, that works at the
Halloran.
hotel. Halloran. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they have their first conversation in the car and the little kid
Oh,
is
so
learning that
good.
he knows how to shine and like, call me if you need me. You know, I
Yeah.
loved that scene. I thought that was really cool. I liked that. And then halfway through the book, there's this point where, you know, everything starts falling apart. They start seeing all the hauntings, all the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
They're, you know, the lady in the shower, the like decrepit little thing. But then, like, honestly, what scared me the most, what actually where I was like, I'm turning this off for a little bit, was the guy in the dog suit. There is a guy in a dog suit, and he's saying the most grotesque things to
Yeah.
this little child. And he's saying it and just kind of like going crazy in a dog suit. And I think that while Stephen King has really cool concepts, his execution gets so funky sometimes that it's unbearable. I mean,
It's
unbearable.
I try to, especially when it comes to The Shining, I try to keep an open mind because I do understand that it is one of his earlier novels, right? Like Carrie as a book is a tough read sometimes, not because like the plot is bad, but because I feel like sometimes he goes too far into his own little like Stephen Kingisms. And I texted you about this when I was listening to it a month ago or something like that. because I got to the part in The Shining where it's like what must be like 20 pages of just newspaper articles.
I actually didn't mind that.
I just think like in today's day and age, if you were to go to your agent with a manuscript that includes 20 pages of newspaper articles,
Right.
they would be pissed.
Right. Absolutely.
Pissed.
Yeah.
I
that would
can't
not
imagine
fly
a
now.
world. No.
Mm-mm.
I can't imagine a world where that would be acceptable. So I do have some of his, because I liked The Outsider. His like I think like 2017 novel was really good. So I haven't given up on Stephen King entirely.
Me
I
either.
also,
I'm gonna read more, but
again,
ew,
at
you're
the
grossing me out,
library
bro.
at the library bookstore, I got this, which happens to be a
Dun, 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 dun.
first edition, first print of Dolores Claiborne. And how much did it cost me?
$2.
I'm telling you guys, anybody out there who's listening to this, if you are not buying your books at a library bookstore, you are insane. I still buy like fresh out the box from a book, like an actual bookstore. I buy books from bookstores all the time. Just ask Brandon. He hates it. I spend way too much money on books. Like I just picked up these two because gay, and also Alice Feeney is a queen in my mind. Again, one of the it's an airport thriller, but
it does I'm not what it needs to do.
Sometimes I just want to turn my brain off and watch people get tortured. Sorry. So I haven't given up on Stephen King.
Sometimes it's torture, sometimes it's hockey.
I'm currently, I'm not going to say I've DNF'd The Shining, but I have not finished it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed the book, but there were moments where I was like, this feels yucky. There's no other way to put it. And like, it's the same thing with Haruki Murakami. I love his books. I've read so many of his books, but there's moments where I'm like, this feels a little yucky. And I am like,
sometimes I don't want to feel that.
Yeah, I'm going to speed read through this part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think of like all of the jokes in like the 90s of The Shining of like people reading it and being terrified, where I was like, I don't know if I have the capacity to be actually scared by a book.
House of Leaves. We need to do House of Leaves.
Maybe. Yeah. I really need to find, there's only been one book in recent memory, and this was a few years ago, that like truly scared me. And it was Jason Rekulick's Hidden Pictures, which I'm not going to sit here and promote that book because it does have
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. I was
like, that's scary.
Wildly different. No. I'm going to spoil the end of Hidden Pictures, and I really don't care because, again, I feel like it shouldn't be promoted.
Oh, wow.
I like his books. I like his writing. The end of Hidden Pictures is basically like, there's like a little boy throughout the book who you think is being like possessed by the devil or something. And then it turns out at the end of the book, it's actually that like the people you think are his parents are not his parents, and he was kidnapped. And plot twist, he's actually a little girl. And the reason why he was being like possessed was it was this like the spirit of his mom who was trying to help him find his way like back to being a boy, and that you like can't fight your biology, and that like you are how you're born. It was like wildly transphobic right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. And was this received well?
Yeah. It won the Goodreads Choice Horror Book of the Year.
Okay, Goodreads. Like,
which just goes to show you how damaged this country is, that everybody else read that and was like, love. I
think there are a lot of people who would spanking. I don't know.
I was so just like disappointed because I loved it for the first 95% of it. And then the end, I was like, what?
So, what a strange,
what a weird
choice. Okay.
Like, it could have just been that it was a little boy who was kidnapped. There was no reason to throw in the twist that the little boy was born a girl. There was no reason for it.
Okay.
Like, it was just for the fun of, like, just for the love of the hateful game. It was wild.
Yeah, that reminds me of the, like, J.K. Rowling going undercover to write about, like, trans people that, like, murder. I'm like, okay. You just went by a pseudonym because you knew that most people wouldn't receive this well, and they didn't.
No.
Yeah. Truly.
All right, tell me about your Mayan scripture that you've decided to become recently obsessed with, because I've been
Honestly,
so curious.
okay, so I watched, and this, you can judge me, whatever. I just like got a bee in my little bonnet and I watched Apocalypto. And then I was like, you know what? Suddenly I'm really into like Mayan stuff and like Aztec stuff. And apparently you shouldn't call them Aztec. Their real name of the time were the Mexica.
Uh-huh.
And so all of these
You
people
didn't know
like,
that?
no, I have
That's
not
why
done
it's
a deep
Mexico.
dive. No, okay, so there's Mexico and there's Mexican and then there's Mexica. And
Yes.
so Yale or Harvard or someone, they were sick of having to differentiate between
Yeah.
Mexican
Mexico
and
and
Mexica.
Mexica.
And so they were saying as for something, and then tech is like civilization or something like that. I can't remember right now, but I was like, okay, so another case of like white people being lazy and like not using proper names.
Yeah.
Anyways,
We're
so I
really
was like,
bad.
I know, like every day I wake up and learn something new and annoying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
not surprised. I can't really say I'm
Nope.
surprised, but
No.
so the Popol Vuh, I really don't know if I'm saying that correctly. And I honestly don't even know if it's properly translated because I feel like so much ancient literature is
Mhm.
translated by a lot of different people
Mhm.
and they kind of like take their liberties. Like everyone
Yeah.
gets annoyed with the Odyssey and Emily Wilson. Like I've seen so many
Yeah.
complaints about that. I don't really know much about that, but I see complaints about that. I don't know if it's because a woman did it or I don't know. But
Probably
who
a little bit.
knows? I can't
A little bit of that, I would say, probably.
I can never keep up with all the drama, but I do try. I do want to read an excerpt, and maybe this is going to make me kind of sound insane. Maybe I shouldn't read an excerpt, but is the dawn about to be? Yes, answered the old man. Then he spread apart his legs. Again, the darkness
Work.
appeared. 4 times the old man spread his legs. Now the possum spreads his legs, say the people. So for
Why is the
me,
possum spreading his legs?
I didn't understand. There were no real context clues for me. It wasn't a long read, so it's not like I could have gotten lost in the sauce. I think these are
Okay.
just things kind of taken out of context culturally that, you know, but I will say, I will
That, you know,
say, I love reading old, like, religious belief things because
yeah.
you see a lot of repetition in creation stories and stuff. And so
Does it
I
ever
think it's
make you
fun.
think, like, reading creation stories from around the world, does it ever make you think, like, how are these all so similar?
It's crazy. It's very, very
Like,
weird.
it's like aliens, right?
Right. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure that Steven Spielberg knows. We should go see his movie. We'll find out. Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Oh
hmm
my God. I am probably going to see it, if I'm being totally
I
honest.
feel like I'm not going to like it. At this point, aliens like have lost all their luster to me because the government's talking about them. I'm like, once the government gets involved, I'm like, ew.
I mean,
You
especially
took
these
away the
days.
fun.
God. That UFC fight, are you kidding me?
I know. But I did read, okay, so I read the Popol Vuh and then I read the Book of Enoch, which I found to be really boring. I think like a lot of people on the internet are like, this is so crazy, aliens, blah, blah, blah. And
What is the Book of Enoch?
so it's like a book that's like part of the Christian, like
Is it a Gnostic gospel?
it's like removed from the Bible. I
Yeah.
can't the
So,
Apocrypha. It's part of the Apocrypha. So it's like
yeah.
technically not really like approved by the
It
church.
didn't make the cut. Yeah, because
It
there's
didn't make
like
the
the
cut.
Gospel of Mary.
And
That's like
Thomas.
a
Yeah.
Gnostic gospel. Yeah. Okay.
So I read that because I'm like, I want to see what all the hullabaloo is about. And there was like not that much hullabaloo, but they were talking about like the heifers, like killing the heifers.
The killing the what?
The heifers, cows, like
Okay. I
like
was like,
sacrificial cows, the Watchers, creation story yet again. But ultimately, I found it lacking. Like everyone goes on and on about it, and I'm like, I was expecting more.
I
That's
mean,
such a
you always
crazy
want
thing to say about like
the Bible.
I was expecting more.
But truly, when you like, Okay, I was not raised Catholic. I chose religion in middle school, mostly because I didn't have any friends and they had a banging youth group. And I was like, I want to go on
Gets you
trips. That
every
sounds fun.
time.
So like I've done some like light Bible work in my day because I went to a very progressive church and like I was openly gay, going to Catholic mass and like going on these youth trips, and like no one really seemed to have an issue. So like it wasn't we didn't like read the Bible by any means. But the Bible is crazy.
Yeah.
The Bible's psychotic. I can't begin with these like right-wing Republican Christians across the country who are like, we need to ban these books because they're violent and like over sexual.
I know.
What?
Like,
there
your
is a
own
king
book
in the Bible.
is crazier. I know.
There's a king in the Bible who like rapes his daughter, and we're all like, but
yeah.
Excuse me.
I know.
Like, that is one of the most like deeply like violent and horrendously offensive pieces of text that has ever been written. Like,
the body count in the Bible
is so high.
I wonder if anyone has actually added it up or like tried. Like at a
There's
minimum.
There's got to be a YouTube video.
At minimum, what is the body count of the Bible? Chat.
It's like,
what is the body count of the Bible?
Have you ever looked up those YouTube compilations where it's like Final Destination 3, all the kills? I want that for the Bible. I want someone to put together a YouTube compilation of all the Bible kills.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm gonna Google it real quick. I wonder if AI is there yet. That it can just quickly parse out how many people.
Well,
allegedly...
according to WWDC, Apple AI is apparently the next big thing, so.
Sponsor us. We love
Sponsor
Apple.
us. Tim Apple.
Tallying biblical death counts. Deaths where the Bible... Okay. Death counts where the Bible gives a specific number. 2.8 million. Total, including reasonable estimates for events with no stated figure. Flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, conquest campaigns. 25 million. Killings attributed to God make up a large majority of that. Killings attributed to Satan, famously just 10. The children and servants of Job.
Famously just 10. Even AI is liberal. I love it.
Oh my God.
I need that on a t-shirt. Killings attributed to Satan, famously just 10.
That'll be our next merch. Wow.
That's the next, after the unreliable narrator hat now available on Etsy. We're going to make the t-shirt. Famously just 10.
Wow. I didn't expect that we were going to like talk about the Bible today. Wow.
So funny.
That's
so funny. Yeah, your God is an awesome God. Congratulations, everybody out there.
Moly.
Yeah,
Gee,
but me being gay is the problem. Jesus Christ, people. Get over yourselves.
Wow. I think we can just wrap up right there.
So, no. I'm not getting out of here until I get to talk about my hockey smut book.
Well, yeah, we have one more to talk about, too.
Well, okay, you go, because you have more than I do.
No. Go to hockey.
We can't talk about that because that's going to be in next month's episode. Okay. The Trad Wife book is good because I read it in June, technically.
Okay.
So we're saving
we'll hold off.
Yeah. Which also, let's just get this out of the way. These episodes go out the second Tuesday of every month to give us some time to film and edit and all that jazz.
And pray, do our sacrifices, sacrifice the heifers for a blessing.
Sacrifice the heifers. The heifers didn't see it coming.
My God, they never do.
They never do.
They never do.
And that's why they get sacrificed.
Put it on a shirt. The heifers never see it coming.
They never see it coming. And it's just a cow with bug eyes.
Oh my God.
They never see it coming. Those poor heifers.
I never see it coming either.
It just hits me. So, okay. So, like I said, I've gotten really into hockey smut, which I am a bandwagoner, and I'm okay with that.
Who cares?
Everybody out there who is like, well, I was reading Heated Rivalry before. Good for you. Congratulations. I'm really happy that you have decided to die on this hill, that we are all just walking in your shadow while you found the hockey smut before the rest of us. But
I don't know who you're beefing with.
women on the internet. I'm constantly beefing with women on the
Really?
internet. Yes. I just can't with them. Not all women. Just those.
Another shirt.
Not all women. Just the ones who feel like putting me down. The amount of like stupid bullshit on the internet of like people who got really into gay romance, particularly straight women, who feel the need to say that gay romance is written by women for women and therefore gay people shouldn't read it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole thing. There's like a small sect of gay romance listeners.
Oh no! My light died.
Did you just burp your light off?
I'm so powerful.
So funny.
This is not bright.
It's not the same. No, there's all these people that are like, gay romance is written by women for women, and therefore like gay men don't have a say in like how they feel about it. First of all, I know about gay people. I am gay people. So if I'm going to have criticisms about depictions of gay people, it comes from 34 years of experience being a gay people. Let me have my opinions. Crazy.
I think that everyone in 2020 was like ACAB, ACAB. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that everyone needs to abolish the cop in their hearts. Like, maybe stop policing people that like things. And like just let people like things.
Thank you. I'm tired of this narrative that we've pushed as Americans of the guilty pleasure.
Yeah, get that out of...
Don't feel guilty. The only guilty pleasure that you should have is a pleasure that's actually illegal. Otherwise, live your truth, bitch. Like, I don't want people out there watching The Real Housewives calling it their guilty pleasure. You like The Real Housewives? Enjoy it. It's entertainment. It's made to entertain people. If you want to go out there and you want to read a Colleen Hoover book, I will judge you, but it's fine. My judgment of you for the things that you like don't impact you at all. But I'm also not going to stop you from enjoying those things.
Right.
Like, if I want to read a bunch of smut because it's fun, who cares? But again, if it's gay smut and I feel like some of these books don't accurately represent gay people and I have an opinion about it, don't come for me.
No, that's
My God.
crazy. That is so crazy.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think it's like sickening how people on the internet behave, especially when it comes to book.
Yeah.
Like the whole, well, the author did this, and so I can never touch this book. Okay, well, literally no one on this planet is perfect, so shut up.
Yeah.
And then the whole like, well, this character did this, so I'm just not going to read that book. Sure, there's trigger warnings. If you can't handle certain content, that's fine. But if a character is just a bad person, maybe they're written that way. It's like, that's part of it, you know? So
a great workaround for
yeah.
people who like have those authors that it's like, I don't want to support them because of X, Y, and Z. You know what you can do? Used books.
Yeah.
Go to a library bookstore.
Right.
Buy a used book off of abebooks.com. Like, there are ways to get these books and enjoy the books without supporting the author. If you really feel like the author, like, you don't want to give them your money, there are ways around that. Like, and by buying a book used, you're preventing a book from going in the landfill. Like, you're helping the environment. So there are just the ways.
Yeah, I mean, there is the caveat that, like, if they're so evil and vile that their book is evil and vile, aka Robert Galbraith. You know, I get not wanting to, but I do think we need to abolish the cops in our hearts when it comes to literature a little bit.
Like, if you're out here trying to, like, support the O.J. Simpson If I Did It book, like, that's between you and your God. I'm not going to read it. Like, there are lines that can be crossed. But, like, Stephen King is the prime example. Do I think he's a great human being for the betterment of humanity? Not necessarily. I don't think some of the things he writes need to be written. There's a reason why you can't find Rage anymore. Like, some of his books I think should be taken out of circulation. I also think that some of his books are a product of the time in which they were written. And so we can't ignore the context in when these books were written. Like, he was a white man in the Northeast writing these books with a certain set of views. Would we hold him to the same standard now? No. But at the time, like, it just, I don't want to say it was what it was and it is what it is, but like we need to learn to appreciate books outside of the context of the person and 2026. Like
Mm-hmm.
we should appreciate the books as they were written at the time that they were written. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I think it goes back to us talking about The Shining. There are things that happened in The Shining that I don't think would work today.
Mm-hmm.
But when you
Right.
read a book like that, you're reading it through the lens of this book came out in the 70s.
I mean, even Greek
Like,
mythology. Like, I saw this video today. It's like a manual for like doing vile stuff, right? We're
yeah.
gonna stop teaching it. Because it has all this stuff in it.
No, it's media literacy, kids.
Yeah.
Like you learn through the context of media literacy how to engage with certain pieces of information. Like
Like the Popol Vuh and that possum.
yeah. Like the picture of Dorian Gray. There's a bunch of messed up stuff that happens in that book. It was also written 100 years ago by a man who was a gay man in a time where you could get put in jail for that. Like you read things through the lens of the context with which they were written. So
And the author did eventually suffer. Like, so
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Brutal. I will say I have read, as of this year, probably 20 gay romances.
Mm-hmm.
Like I read all of the Heated Rivalry series in a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got them on Kindle and I turned on auto scroll and I just cruised through it.
Right.
And then I've read almost all of the Eden Finley books. And I also read Him, Us, and Epic, which is another like young gay romance sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There comes a time in every reader's journey through a genre where you are no longer able to read a book without being overwhelmed by the tropes.
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, I need to take a break from reading romance because there are only so many times I can still remain surprised. Like
Mm-hmm.
you never go into a romance like this with the surprise that they end up together in the end. They always end up together in the end. The interesting thing lies in how they end up together.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've read so many, even the how becomes repetitive. I think this
Yeah.
one, so I read
Especially because
Clueless.
it's literally all the same. It's all hockey. They're all
Yeah.
going to the same games,
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so this one was Clueless Puck Boy. And the conceit was hockey player pulls his groin. Already hilarious, off to a great start. And he ends up falling for the physical trainer for the team.
Mm,
And they're
that is
both
cute.
openly gay to start, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice, refreshing change of pace for
Yeah,
some of
because
these.
some
Because
of
a
the
lot of
books,
it,
some of the like Game Changer, the first one in
yeah,
that series, it was kind of like they were in the closet and it was like
yeah.
that. So it's nice that they're both out to start.
Well, all of them, except for Tough Guy, which is Ryan and Fabian, all of the ones where it's that couple for the first time, so there's 5
Mm-hmm.
of those, all of them have at least one of the characters is not out. The only one that is Ryan and Fabian, and that's only because by the time we get to Ryan and Fabian's story, Shane had already started coming out to his team.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan was coming out because he felt more comfortable and confident, which we love. We're here for. But yeah, so I mean, they go through the regular trials and tribulations of all of these romances. It's like it's hard to even say like will they, won't they, because obviously they
Right.
will.
It's just like how.
Like it's just the how.
Mm-hmm.
So I will continue to read these books, and by read I mean get them from Libby and listen to them on audiobook.
Yeah.
I will not purchase these books, partly because they don't come in hardcover.
That's the truth of it. It's just not hardcover.
I did make the exception for the Heated Rivalry books, which let us know in the comments. We're thinking about starting on the Gay Panic side. We're thinking about starting a break-off series where we read all of the Rachel Reed books. And is that something people would be interested in? Maybe like when season 2 is coming around, maybe we do that.
Well, yeah, like
They're really
leading
fast
into
reads.
season 2.
Yeah, they're super fast reads and they're super fun. So we're thinking about covering, at least we're going to cover Heated Rivalry in the Long Game as part of the main Gay Panic series. but Ben and I were talking about potentially doing like a very quick, like 30-minute episodes once a week and just burn through them. But we'll see. But yeah, we do. I mean, we have some books to talk about next month that I'm really excited for, including Yesteryear.
Should I read it so I can talk about it more at length, or can you just talk to me about it?
I can give you the spark notes.
Okay.
It's easy. And not in like a great way, which is disappointing.
Right. Well, I read this one book and it was called The Compound. And I feel like it's sort of playing on like the reality TV game show Everyone Living in a House, but it's like the apocalypse. And so you're trying to stay in this house as long as you can, because if you get out there, you're like facing like some kind of destruction, whether it be like fire or like, it doesn't really get into what happens, but it's basically like everyone really wants to be there because it's bad out there. And people, you have to couple up. And so basically,
like it's Love Island.
Yeah. So if you're not coupled up, basically you're sent home. And then there's also eliminations. So there's like this whole other side of it where it's like you have to like find someone and then you have to like ally with them. And honestly, for a good chunk of the book, I was like a little bit annoyed by it. I don't know. I just like I don't watch those shows really. So I was like, I kind of thought it would be more fun than it was. But then it was getting to the end where it's like the stakes are a lot higher. And like, why would there be multiple seasons of a show where people are fighting for their lives to stay on the compound? It's because the eliminations happen and people leave. So what leads to people leaving? And when she gets there, the whole house is trashed. So what's happening that the house is trashed, right? So very interesting book. It's a weird read. It was kind of a fast read.
Yeah.
But
who wrote that?
Interesting concept. Rawle. It's like Aisling.
Aisling.
Yeah, but it's like
it's Irish.
Yeah, so it's like Aylin. I think
No,
it's Aylin.
the S is an SH.
Ashlyn?
Ashlyn. That's what it is.
I'm like, I don't know.
That's wild.
There was another one that I read that was kind of like along similar lines. It wasn't this month, but it was, I'll have to remember, gosh, I wish, something about a bombshell. And it felt like another one of those quick, kind of like cheap airport reads.
Love.
But it turned out that it was like about a young girl that had a notable father, and she was like kidnapped by some Italian militia, like freedom fighters, and then she like fell in love and joined them.
So it's Patty Hearst.
Yeah.
It's Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. Patty Hearst.
It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. It was kind of a similar.
She had a crazy life.
Yeah. Very interesting. I like anything where there's like a little bit of like, I don't know, just people being insane. It just gives me a thrill.
I have some really interesting books on deck for this month. I mean, I'm going to reread The Only One Left. I'm going to Seattle on Saturday, and that's my like Seattle book is I'm going to reread that. And then I'm also going to potentially, if I'm able to find the time, I really want to read this one.
Yeah, that looks good. I saw that on Goodreads.
It's supposed to be absolutely incredible, and it's like a trans storyline. So I'm very excited for that. I have some trans friends who aren't necessarily big book readers. And I love when I can find a book that I can recommend to someone because I like it and it kind of fits in with their like groove. Like, so my friend Matt, who like one of my like closest and dearest friends, he is leaving for 3 months for like a work thing. And I found a beautiful leather bound, it's called The Great Works of Jack London. So it's 3 of his novels and 40 of his short stories. Because Matt's not a big reader, but I thought maybe he loves the wilderness. So I was like, Call of the Wild. Hello. He loves vintage things. Like he loves old stuff with a story. And the book is like 50 years old. Like the collection was like 50 years old. And it was bound in this beautiful dark blue leather. And it has short stories. And so he's not that big of a reader. So I figured maybe if I can get him in with short stories, then he can sort of like find his way into reading. But then I also got him Lucky Red by Claudia Craven.
I haven't heard of that.
It was her debut novel where it's like a Western woman who like within the first like 10 pages, her father dies. She's like a girl and she finds her way to this town and gets taken in by this like Western madam and like becomes a prostitute. But like, there's like Western vibes. There's, prostitution, there's gun violence. It's funny, but there's also some like lesbian fun. So I was like, this man will love this. So I found a copy at, again, the library bookstore and got that for him. So
nice. Yeah, that sounds
I'm just
good.
gifting books left, right, and center.
That's amazing. That's what you should do.
I know. Gift the gift of reading. So yeah, we'll be doing this every month. Again, on the second Tuesday of the month, we'll meet back here for the book report, which I love as a name. I think is so funny.
So cute.
This episode, we're recording this on a Thursday. My plan is to get it up literally tomorrow. Thankfully, I have a few hours to like edit this. I'm going to do all of the shorts and clips that we normally do for all of our episodes, but I'm not going to focus on getting those up tonight. I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be a lot more fun. I mean, I love the book club ones, don't get me wrong. But I think that like this is a lot more of our like regular vibe, like when we're just chatting. So
yeah,
very excited.
I think that it's good to show the range of all the different things you can read in a month. Also, I do think people stay in genres and
and we don't.
This is what I read. And it's like, if you look at what I read in a month, you're like, what?
Because you're not a big thriller reader to begin with.
It's like, a mixed bag. It's genuinely a mixed bag. It's always going to be a mixed bag because, like, what is Jessie going through? Like, right now, she needs to read, like, origin stories.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see origin stories. Yeah.
Just for fun. So, for coming up in the next few weeks, Tuesday the 7th, we'll be discussing Ryan LaSala's The Dead of Summer, which is incredible. I am so excited to talk about it with Ben. We haven't recorded yet because he's been sick.
No.
I know, poor guy. We have our mutual friend, Matt. He lives in a house with a bunch of other guys and they have a band, So on Fridays, they do jam night where
That's
like
so fun.
A bunch of people come and we just like chill out and drink beers and the band sets up all their instruments and then we go around. So the last time we did it and how I think we should do it from now on, where our friend Justin has all of the songs like guitar and bass chords on his iPad. And then we just set the iPad around in a circle. And when the iPad got to you, you got to pick the song that the band plays. So it's like a human jukebox. It was really, really fun. But Ben went to one a couple of weeks ago and blew his voice out singing and has not recovered because he went from that and then immediately went on vacation.
Dude, that vacation looked so fun. I'm like, bro, plan my vacations.
Yeah. Him and his like hot ass husband in that the smallest tank tops you've ever seen in your entire life.
Every next picture that they posted, I was like, that looks even more fun than the thing that you were doing.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Ben is keeps getting professional better. He's a professional traveler. That's how he met Alejandro.
Oh,
he's so good at it. Yeah. Aww. So, and then the following so we'll do that is going to happen on July 7th. Before that, we have us. Before that,
don't forget.
We have us. So on June 16th, the Silent Patient episode is going live. And gotta say, editing that one is chaos. I really am trying to like not take out a bunch of our random tangents because I do think that they're super fun. But there were some that I was like, this gotta go.
No, I know. Well, there were moments where I was like, wow, I am on this train and I don't know where this train is going.
It's great. It's like it's very much like with the Lisa Jewell book, how we were like, we're not going to victim blame. With the Silent Patient, we are blaming all of the victims.
Yeah, all the victims are at fault here. Unblamed. Everyone was blamed. I feel like we try to make these little rules to like,
It's not going to work.
come across good. And
no, we're going to get canceled. I'm just waiting for
no,
it.
yeah. I think we just have to move with authenticity and have apologies ready in our hearts.
Girl, the way we've already gotten in trouble on TikTok because a TikTok came up from when we did Song of Achilles, and there was a spoiler in one of the TikToks.
Wait,
and
we got in
somebody was
trouble?
like, 2 people
I
left
missed it.
comments
I
that were
missed it.
like, I can't believe they spoiled this for me. That book came out in 2011 and follows the Iliad, which came out in the year 1200 BC. Don't get mad at me.
I'm a villain.
Don't get mad at me for spoiling a book that's been out for 3,000 years. If you don't know the story of the Iliad, that's not my fault. My God.
Did you do a response video?
No, I just let it go. They left the comments and I just let it go. Normally on comments that I find to be silly, you've seen, I re-comment on it, like, thank you for the engagement and have a great day. When somebody said that Ben and I should kill ourselves because we're gay, and I was like, thanks for the engagement and happy Pride.
And then I added like a little fun meme.
A little fun meme after it. There was somebody else who said that we use the word like too much and that we sound unintelligent. And I said, thank you for the engagement and like, have a great day.
Well, the thing is that I come by my likes honestly because I'm literally from the Valley. I'm a Valley girl. You're going to make fun of my accent?
Yeah.
You are making fun of my accent?
Yeah. Your
also,
culture.
I'm not doing this to sound intelligent.
We have to sound intelligent 9 hours a day at our job. I am not looking to sound smart here. If I do come across as sounding smart, that's my problem and not yours.
No. Yeah, no. Please don't ever mistake this for us trying to be intelligent.
No. I can sound pretentious all on my own. It's just who I am. So okay, back to what I was talking about.
He started like getting into his pretentious being, and he's like, "Wait, I can't escape from this moment."
I know. Okay. So on the 16th, we have The Silent Patient. On June 7th, we have The Dead of Summer, Ryan LaSala. And then yet to be announced, but I have basically given up the goat already, is that the book for Plot Twist, which comes out on July 21st, is The Only One Left by Rawle Sager.
So that's what we're reading. Read along with us.
Yeah.
We'll post the link if you want to buy it and support a local bookstore.
Yeah.
I think we should just keep supporting that one bookstore. What is their name again?
Fabulosa.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing Fabulosa for May and June, but we are going to do Malibu Village Bookstore for July because I do want to support them and their GoFundMe to with their rebuilding efforts. The Fabulosa one I think is really cool because we're not giving the money directly to Fabulosa. I'm just being honest. They have a nonprofit that sends queer literature to places in the country that don't have access to queer literature. Or like maybe their library, the board of directors are a bunch of like hateful bigots. And so they won't purchase queer books. This is a way for them to get like queer YA books into places where like gay kids need it. So very excited. We've already had some action on the affiliate links. The more, the better. And yeah, a portion of those proceeds will go to that nonprofit. So very excited. But yeah, now I'm going to edit this as fast as I can.
Oh my goodness.
And do the all the logos, all the branding for it. I'm thinking black and yellow would be fun.
Cute.
But we'll see. Alrighty.
You know what I miss?
Oh God. No, please go for it. Help me procrastinate.
We're done.
We're done. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.